The sun doesn't shine every day. The storms will come. There are times when the nights will be long, dark, and you will be alone. There will be times when the darkness seems to consume everything. But don't let it consume you.
That's anxiety. Stop. You're not where you think you are. Your map isn't producing the desired outcome. It's wrong. What should you do? You don't know. Stop. Because if you don't know where to go, there's no point going anywhere. And then what? Prepare. That's anxiety. Stop. Prepare. Well, people hate that because, well, for obvious reasons. Prepare. For what? Everything.
One day I made a decision that enough is enough. I'm tired of being average. I'm tired. I'm tired of being good. I'm tired. I want to go to the dealership and buy the best car. I want to move to the nicest neighborhood. I want to fly first class. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Australia. I made a decision. Enough is enough. It's showtime. Will a real Eric Thomas please stand up? Some of you in the room like, nah, you are where you are. You're giving 60% when you have 120 in you. Why? Because you've never made a decision. Those of you in this room, you're already there. Your problem is this is stuff you don't want to give up.
Faith of any kind always comes by hearing. You didn't believe you were dumb till you heard you were dumb. You didn't believe you couldn't learn till you heard somebody say you couldn't learn. Your unbelief is a result of something you heard about yourself. And the more you heard it and rehearsed it and even argued about it and said you didn't believe it, every time you face a challenge, tell me the truth. Don't those voices come back up? Every time you hit a low place, don't those voices come back up again?
If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person.
Don't do nothing. That's a big mistake because all you do is get older and weaker and you withdraw more. And so even if you don't know what to do, pursuing nothing is a very bad idea. You have no hope then because hope comes from pursuit, and you're anxious because you need to specify a path. So you have no hope and you're anxious if you do nothing. So nothing is not the answer.
Because if you don't start changing your attitude, you will miss your altitude. The problem is not the conditions, it's the discipline.
Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. Like, success is getting what you want. Fulfillment is living what you're made for. Fulfillment and success, they're not even in the same universe. People ask me all the time, what does it take to be happy? And I always tell them it's really simple. One word, progress. Progress equals happiness. If you keep growing, you're going to feel alive. And if you keep growing, you're going to have more to give. It doesn't matter how many statues, Oscars they give you, or Emmys, or how much money you have in the bank. We've all seen people have all those things, and I get the phone call because they're depressed, or somebody commits suicide in that area. It's really an inner game, and I think that's what's missing for us today.
As Harun Yehya noted, I always wonder why birds stay in the same place when they can fly anywhere on Earth. And then I ask myself the same question. As Mark Twain put it, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. And that's where people get stuck. You're literally like the bird. You could fly anywhere you want. You can go anywhere you want to go. And look, I know you've got a litany of excuses and all of them are valid. You've got a job, you can't just leave. You don't have a job and you don't have the money. Your family is in one place. It's the only thing that you've ever known. You only speak one language. You've never traveled before. You don't have a passport. You can't afford the gas money. There are 1,000 real reasons not to go. But the truth is that none of them matter. The truth is, if you want to build something in your life, then you have to remember what Mark Twain said. You have to get started.
Oh yeah, they got you pegged as a loser, bro. They got you pegged as a loser, sis. But what they fail to realize is that your internal will is strong and steel, and even if the playing field is not even, you will never surrender until there is absolutely no air left in your lungs. See, they didn't realize that every setback. They didn't realize that every bad day. They didn't realize that every sad day. They didn't realize that every so-called failure, disaster, missed opportunity, or tragedy was just a building block. And the agony, the pain, the heartache, the misery was put in place to give you the strength to rewrite history.
I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know what you've been called to do, what you've been called to accomplish, what you've been destined to build. It's time to take a deep dive into the deeper parts of yourself, the parts of you that nobody sees. When you take something personal, it gets personal. I'm not just putting on the front. I'm not just here in public to make you smile and applaud me and support me and make comments and share my video. I'm not here. I make this thing personal. Everything that I do in public, I've done it in private. And so I'm just asking you, don't just scream on a stage or be connected to millionaires or strive to be a CEO or an investor or a politician or an athlete or a musician or a singer. I'm just wondering, can you conquer in the dark?
How hard is it to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself the fucking truth? Yeah, dude, sometimes it's really, really hard. Sometimes it does make you feel really bad. But wouldn't you rather feel like shit for 5 minutes and then craft a plan to actually fix the problem? Wouldn't that feel better than telling yourself a bunch of feel-good nonsense up front and then still having the same problems you have right now a year from now? When you look at your body, the reason you don't like your body is because you haven't earned the right to feel good about your body. When you look at your bank account and it's less than what you think it should be, the reason it's less than what you think it should be isn't because someone's screwing you. It's because you haven't done the work required to have a different fucking number there.
The heart of a champion. What does it take to really truly be a champion? Well, it takes more than excuses. It takes more than just giving yourself a pass. There are many battles that we all face in life, but we must find a way. We must find a way and an understanding that this thing that we are dealing with right now in our lives is only temporary. True champions understand if you're gonna be a lion, you got to know what it means to go through the jungle. You can't pretend or fake it just to make it. To be a champion.